After Dark. I'm Benjo.
And I'm B.
And this is season 2, episode 67. And this
No,
gives you power over me.
It's not episode 67. I thought we were leaving that in 2025.
Oh, well, you thought wrong.
What episode is it?
It's episode 73.
Benja, you doing all right?
I guess you could say.
Yeah, we got an ice day, huh?
Yeah.
Tomorrow too.
It was a little, wait, it just sounded like it was raining out there. Did you hear that?
It might be.
Or was that wind? It was.
It might be.
We thought it was going to be bad, but it wasn't as bad as we thought. But I don't understand like it was raining out there.
Yeah,
So
it might be now.
But it's really cold. It is really cold.
It's really cold.
Like
there is rain coming, I know, but yeah.
Should we?
There. All right. Whoa! Wow, we were just checking the weather. There's some heavy rain out there, and then Benjo. What happened?
I think I got stuck in like the time
warp continuum.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've heard of that. People, they made a show like that called Outlander.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
Yeah. All right, everybody, stay safe. But yeah, we're just monitoring the weather. Make sure everybody doesn't panic. Stay safe. But Benjo,
stop. Get some help.
Benjo, last episode we did like 25 episodes in one because they were cultural episodes and they were episodes dealing with the Staffordshire horde. Mm-hmm. We are back to the story now.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Hengist
and Horsa are back. That's who's back.
Hengist and Horsa are back?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about them.
Wait.
Jamie starts. Remember Hengist and Horsa?
Is Marcus Aurelius back?
No, he's long gone.
Is what's that guy that you said? Joe. Just recently released the behind the scenes video.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Try to stay on.
So.
Don't jump around too much.
What you mean? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Magnus Maximus, I think is who you were talking about.
No. You kept saying one name, but it's okay.
Anyway, we'll come up with it and we'll put it right here.
Yeah, that's it. So check that out. Some great behind the scenes footage, and we will be releasing some more ones when we have special occasions. We need to have a special occasion one.
BTS is behind the scenes.
We also need to. Alright, sorry, but last thing before we go. Next time we have a special guest, we need to do a behind the scenes interview and interview them in the behind the scenes.
Okay, I'm down. Who's our special guest gonna be?
Maybe we'll have. We've had Whit on before.
Yeah, Freddie.
We've only had 2 special guests on before.
I want to get this guy, Cole Kubala.
Yeah.
I want to get him on as a special guest.
Shout out Cole Kubala.
Shout out to Cole Kubala. But Benjo, if you recall, Hengist and Horsa were Anglo-Saxon warrior leaders, right? Mm-hmm. That were some of the first Anglo-Saxon leaders that we hear of after the fall of the Roman Empire and what we believe, our hypothesis is more of a slow Anglo-Saxon invasion, right?
Hengist and Horsa look genuinely sound like the names of horses.
Horsa, I think, is for horse.
Well, Hengist also sounds like a horse.
Yeah.
They sound like best friend horses.
But anyway, we know Hengist. We know a little bit about Hengist and Horsa.
You know, I think. Sorry, last thing.
Yeah.
I think we should get another mic like this, so we both have it.
Okay.
So we can share.
I'm open to that. Hey, let's discuss. Then we're gonna have to figure out how to connect all these, but it can be done, right?
Right. I bet I could get. There's probably like a extension cord for
splitter.
This.
Yeah. This guy, he is. We're the co-hosts, but this is the producer, Benjo.
So I guess.
All right, Benjo. We're getting back to the story. Let's not get distracted.
Right,
Let's get to the story, all right?
They like to hear about
it. We know Horsa died in battle in England.
You said Horsa
what became England. But
you just told me Horsa was back.
The story of Hengist and Horsa is
Is it a myth?
It could be. I tend to believe it's not. That's just my hypothesis, But we hear another story of Hengist. And this one is a story about his life before he comes to Britain.
Coconut?
What?
Coconut?
Where? Where do you see that? Oh, right there.
Coconut?
No, that's Chenowolf.
Oh, okay.
Chenowolf. I don't know why I wrote Chenowolf, but I did at some
Well,
point.
it looks like coconut.
It does. And this is why I wrote Chenowolf.
Put me to work today.
Yeah. But Benjo, this is a story of Hengist before he got to Britain from his homeland in Frisia. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or it actually doesn't sound, maybe it wasn't his homeland, but it's a story that occurred in Frisia. And this story was actually referenced in the epic Beowulf. Have you heard of Beowulf before?
I've heard of werewolf before.
Have you ever heard of Beowulf?
No, but I've heard of werewolf.
Okay. You should be learning about Beowulf at least by the time you get into high school. But it's an epic Scandinavian story of middle age or around this time story that a lot of people learn. Anyway,
I'll think about it.
This specific story is referenced in Beowulf.
Wait, we should learn. Are we going to talk about Shakespeare on?
Eventually, I mean, I'm still in the year 1101.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Shakespeare's not till like the 1600s.
Mm.
But Benjo, anyway, this story involves the king of Frisia, which is an area between Denmark and Germany. Okay.
This is the distance between Denmark and Germany in miles.
Right. And Benjo, gosh, I hope it's Denmark and Germany and not the Netherlands and Germany.
If it's the Netherlands and Germany, this is the distance between the Netherlands and Germany in miles.
Actually, I think it's Denmark. Okay, anyway.
There too.
But it's about King Finn, king of the Frisians, and his wife, Hildebert, who was a Danish princess. So that tells me it's Denmark right there. And they were having a grand feast, and they decided to invite Hildebert's Danish brother, Hnef.
Hnef?
Hnef. Hnef. All right? And Hnef, because these were kind of just generally dangerous times, and when I say generally dangerous times, this is recognized as the period after the Roman rule left much of Western Europe. And so there was kind of just lawlessness. Before it, there was at least a hierarchy, and they answered to the Roman officials, right? But now the Romans have left, so there's a power vacuum. Remember we talked power vacuum last time?
Yeah, it's like a vacuum that is more powerful than a regular vacuum.
A power vacuum is where the people in charge leave, and then there is a fight for who now becomes in charge because nobody is in charge.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I do remember that now.
You do? Okay. Well, anyway, they're dangerous times. It's more of a tribal nature at this time. And so Hnef, Hildebert's brother, comes with 60 guards. One of those guards is Hengist. Okay? And so they come for this grand feast. And there's a lot of drinking, and eventually a fight breaks out.
Hashtag bar fights, am I right?
Yeah, this sounds like this started as a bar fight type fight, but it eventually becomes a super big fight.
Oh wow!
And
oh, wow.
Jamie says that King Finn's
it had to have been a big fight if it was mentioned in the Chronicles. So
mentioned in Beowulf.
But well, yeah, same thing.
And it went on for 5 days. Yeah. So
like
this was
non-stop?
like a real. It sounds like it might have been kind of nonstop.
The same people just fighting for every single minute.
Surely, you had to rest, and 60 men isn't that much. I mean, it's a lot of guard to bring, but if they're in a battle, I mean, 60 men, that'd be a hard hand-to-hand combat type battle. Maybe some weapons in there. I'm assuming some swords and, knives and.
This is a AI picture of us sitting and watching that fight, eating popcorn.
I love it. And we're back. Benjo, but Jamie blames the start of the fight on King Finn, that his men lost their temper, and they set out to attack Hanef's men in the middle of the night. But Hanef's men heard him coming because their armor was clinking around.
I don't blame Finn.
You don't? For attacking him?
No, I think he should have.
He should have? Well, Hanef's men held him off initially, but you might blame him now because King Finn, you know who died? King Finn's son.
Oh, no.
And Hanef.
Okay, well, at least Finn didn't die, so that's good.
His son died. My gosh, it's worse.
I'm happy that Finn didn't die.
So anyway, when Hanef dies, the command of the Danish the group there fell to his first lieutenant, who was Hengist. The same Hengist we're talking about here.
It was a different Hengist.
And Hengist brokered a truce with King Finn. You cracking yourself up? Hengist brokered a truce with King Finn. And that his men were to be given equal status and lodging and honor status with other guests. Mm-hmm. So this sounds like a super insane egotistical battle that happened just because they were not given equal honor and status. I mean, I'm sure that it was the ultimate sign of disrespect in this time, but it just seems crazy that two, important men lost their lives because of that, you know? Yeah. Anyway, so King Finn ended up really kind of this Danish warrior group. He basically brought him into his service and would not tolerate anybody that complained about the truce they had brokered, right? And so this pomp and circumstance and ritual was very important to everybody. The honor, it was basically an honor culture. And so the negotiations for this truce were hammered out while the dead bodies were literally still laying around. And I'm guessing that more than just King Finn's son and Hanef and his uncle Hanef died, right? So during the funeral, Hildebert, King Finn's wife, the queen, ordered her son to be burned in her brother Hanef's funeral pyre. Like funeral burning, right? And so, not all of of Hengist's men were satisfied with those truce terms that I was telling you about. And so they basically, one of them came to him with his sword on his knee, and that indicated that this soldier demanded that King Finn die, or he was potentially going to lead a mutiny against Hengist, right? So Hengist had really no choice. He either had to make sure that he killed King Finn, or have the potential to be killed by his men himself.
So he had to kill King Finn.
So what did he do?
He killed King Finn.
He killed King Finn, led him by surprise, and Beowulf frames this as Hengist regaining his honor. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe, I'm assuming the insinuation is that Hengist was not respected because of the truce he made with King Finn, and by killing King Finn, he regained his honor. But anyway, he killed King Finn and King Finn's men, and took his dead boss's sister, Queen Hildebert, back to the Danes. So that's the prequel to Hengist's life. Any questions on that story?
I just can't believe King Finn died.
Yeah. How sad are you about that? I'm so sorry. So anyway, Benjo, this is an example of a story that occurred during the, quote, wandering of the peoples in Europe that I was telling you about because of the power vacuum in the great chaos after the fall of Rome, which was, just as Jamie calls it, a recipe for migration, and maybe one of the reasons that the Anglo-Saxons came to the island of Britain. Anyway, back to the story. Hengist, after this story about him in Frisia, the same year that Rome was fighting Attila, Hengist went to Britain as what has been described as a mercenary, right? He may have even been trying to get away from Attila and the Huns himself. Have you heard of Attila the Hun?
No.
So Attila the Hun was one of these barbarians from, I'm not sure if it was a Germanic or a tribe from the Hungarian tribe. I think it was, Huns. So Hungarian, that sacked Rome in the 5th century, right? So after that, when this is when Vortigern, one of the British leaders, hires Hengist as a mercenary to come protect them from the Picts and the Irish. The Picts being up north and the Irish, of course, being over here in Ireland. So Vortigern's down here, hires Hengist and Horsa to come over from the continent to protect them, right? And we've talked about what happens with mercenaries. What happens with mercenaries? You can't trust them.
Yeah.
You can't trust them. You pay them and then they'll fight for whoever pays them the most, right?
They're kind of like, I learned this in social studies, the Native American, or the Native Americans during the Spanish American War?
Right. Well,
or the 7
Years War.
The 7 Years War. Yeah.
Right. That's a good comparison because they were mercenaries. They were a separate group or tribe or whatever that got hired to fight from one side or the other. Very similar to what happens here, but the only difference here is that these were invading people, not the natives, which you had with the Indians. But good comparison. So it was around this time that Kennetha of the Votadini, or Kennetha of Votadini,
no, it's Kennetha of the Votadini,
brought the troops, brought them in to help defend the Welsh, right? That he was brought south to defend the Welsh.
So
Excuse me.
Did Romanization bite them in the butt because now they weren't prepared to face warrior groups?
That's correct, Benjo.
Okay.
Wow. Was that AI? Are you a bot? Are you a bot? Benjo, recall, of course, we talked about Horsa dying. As for Hengist, we know, we're told, although with many dates right now, the dating is really sketchy. So we generally know
we
that
know it's around 473.
473, he fights one last battle against the Welsh.
And then the Oist defeats him.
Oist
I
defeats
said that.
him. Yeah.
What do you think I said?
You said the Oist.
Oh, my bad.
Oist. A guy named Oist. A Welsh guy.
He seems like a...
Welsh being over in this
If
part.
your name is Oist, you seem like a very odd person.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope for
maybe even in the year 4.
If there's any Oists watching, I'm sorry if I offended you. I just don't think that's a name.
Right. Disclaimer. We love all the people named Oist watching.
Y'all are probably just oddballs.
So, Benjo, we start hearing about and so if we're moving past the Hengist and Horsa days and saga, we have other Anglo-Saxon groups arriving.
And is Allah an Anglo-Saxon leader?
That's right.
Okay.
And he's a leader down here on the south coast in what becomes of Sussex.
Wait. Came in 477 with 3 sons?
Right. That's exactly right. 3 ships of warriors. And he beat the native Britons who were defending their land when he came in.
Into the woods.
That's right. So Allah wins another battle in 485, and then 491.
Around the time of the Battle of Baden Hill.
Yeah, the Battle of Baden Hill. So we're not sure if this is the Battle of Baden Hill.
And is it... So in 491, it was either the Battle of Baden Hill, but he killed everybody in a fort in the South Saxon shore?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's really the last we hear of him.
That's the last.
You've been doing your research, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's the last we hear of Allah.
Right. So the Battle of Baden
Wait,
Hill.
So we don't even know what if they died.
We don't know what happened to them. No.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest mysteries in British history.
You do? I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the case. I mean, it sounds like it's a mystery, but Jamie, gives it maybe 10, 15 seconds out of this whole thing. But
I think I could turn it into a whole documentary, but okay.
You do. Well, Allah's son, Sisa, he takes up leadership. So maybe something happens to Allah. But Benjo, if this battle's around 491, it's potentially also part of the compile. What? I bore him so much with this stuff that sometimes he just starts goofy laughing.
I'm sorry.
All right, Benjo. Baden Hill may have been the legendary battle that King Arthur fought in Baden Hill. So maybe that was made up of true stories, okay?
Oh, so you think maybe that's like all?
Yeah, boo.
So you're saying Allah is maybe like King Arthur?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe he's at least, we think again, King Arthur is based on a group of stories.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, according to Gildas, the historian Gildas, after the Battle of Baden Hill, there was what?
There's peace because Anglo-Saxon bonds were pushed back.
Right. Some period of peace. We don't know how long it was, but there's this indication that there was a period of peace because the Britons defended their island, right? And so it seems like it's in the. You want another boop? Boop, boop, boop. It seems like, Benjo, what's very similar to what we've got in the year 1066 is, had there been some type of unified resistance with the old Romanized Britain?
But there really wasn't. So there was really no Roman British colony in the 5th century.
Correct.
Is that what you were thinking?
That is what I'm saying. Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Or nation.
Right. And so they weren't unified, and that's why the Anglo-Saxons were able to come in originally potentially as mercenaries, boop, and then slowly take over and take over the island. I mean, and when I say take over, I mean they eventually, in some way, they merge cultures. There's what do you call it when you merge with another culture?
Merger?
No, I'm going to name it right here. Assimilation. Excuse me. Should not have taken me that long.
I didn't put
assimilation.
There, so.
And so while Welsh always retain some specific culture, I mean, you know, the Welsh and the folks over here in Northumbria or East Anglia are much more similar than they are different when compared with either one of them and people in, say, Spain, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, Benjo, that's all I got for today. I'm glad to get back into the chronological story
Jamie doesn't
with you.
think dates are that important.
Well, that's for the next episode. You're jumping ahead.
Sorry.
All right.
Well,
Anyway.
I don't. By this, we're from the future, so the Rams just beat the Patriots. Oh, so the Rams just beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, 34 to.
This is going to be loaded before the Super Bowl.
I know. I just said we're from the future, though. So the Rams.
Oh, okay.
Right now, the Rams have already beat the Patriots, 34-17.
Bold prediction.
It's not, I know that.
Oh, he knows this because he's from the future.
You know that happens too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He just doesn't want to really.
Yeah, let's bet a lot of money. Not. Anyway, Benjo, it's been great.
See you in the next episode.
See, I've been B.
I've been B.